is that which most of the companies and most of the accountants actually faces is how to handle the receivables situation. That means कि receivable की situation को कैसे किया जाए, and how can an accountant help improve the receivables situation. मतलब इसमें जो है हम लोग we'll talk about how to prevent bad debts, right, and show a better financial picture to the management. So this is the approach we have implemented. We have implemented across a number of our customers. This is more than 3. So I will be discussing on the same. So what happens is, first is that step 1 is going to be looking at the bills that are pending payments, right? That means I will look at this and the age. Then the second step is going to be identify the bills that are overdue, right? So that categorization we will tell you how to do it, right? The third is going to be look at the bill payment history, right, and identify the on account receipt or payment transactions. Then fourth is settle the on account receipt transaction. So ये जो है आपको इंटरव्यू जो है with the overdue bill payments. तो इसमें आप extensively, so what you can do is you can use extensively analytic tools for the same, extensively use analytic tools for the same, and once all this process is done, then for the overdue bills start the follow-up. That is the first step, and the second step is going to be analyze the sales order position for companies having overdue bills. Is it clear? So what I would be covering up is this portion today, right now, as far as this is concerned, so that आप लोगों को ये पूरा का पूरा एक idea हो जाए how my other customers have done, and thereafter then this will be handled on a separate basis. So this will actually impact your reorder levels, your inventory planning, right, and order negotiations. Is it correct? So now first of all is that identify the bills that are overdue in this thing. So I go back to here and I click on plus sign here, and then what happens is you straight away go to the most important portion of it is go down to ledger balance, go to bill receivable. So I go here and I go to payable and receivable. Sorry dear, payable and receivable snapshot. In the payable and the receivable snapshot, now you make a list report, and then you will get all the fields which are required here: bill date, bill ID, bill name, closing balance, company name, what is the due date, what is the email, what is the ledger name, what is the mobile number, and then you look at receivable, payable, and for what voucher number it is there, right? So here you get a straight away, so get an overview of where does it stand, right? Then you come down to the second portion, which is going to be the age of the bill and the age category. Now the age of the bill has been calculated based on today, when the bill date was there or the bill due date is going to be there, and then the age. So you can change it to bill due date if you want, or and today and this thing. And the age of the category is, you can define it the way you want it, whether it's less than 30, more than 60, this thing. So basically this customization module, is ready made for the accountants. Is it clear? So you start with the customization module and do an ABC classification, because do not try and approach all the bills, identify the ones which are most important for you. So you go down to classification categories. I go here, and within the classification category, now identify those bills which have to be handled first. So in my case, actually it's more than 19 most of the cases. Is it clear? So anything above 3 months, I have decided to hold it on to it. So this is your step number 1. Now I come down to the second step, which is look at the bill payment history and identify the on account or the payment transactions. So now why is this step going to be required is because many a times the client will dispute the pending amount. So he'll say, no boss, I don't owe you this much, right? The second is going to be so you should have the complete track with you. So the way it works out is that, all this is available on your mobile. So you can publish this and get this on your mobile also, right? But all this is available, ready-made available on your mobile, but he'll dispute. So you have one. And secondly, identify all the entries of receipt that are on account. Correct. So what happens here is, you go down here. So this is my bill payment history. So I go here, and then for my bill payment history, I approach the second field, which is the voucher ledger bill, right? I again make a list report, right? Within the voucher ledger bill, I again make a, so what is my bill credit amount, bill date, bill amount, bill ID, bill name, bill type, company name. Now there are 4 kinds of transactions which happen. So accounting interview question is, one is an on account, right? As far as the bill reference, that means that there is no bill reference. Then against reference is, you have against a bill number, and a new reference is that you are starting the transaction process with a new bill number. And the fourth is against advance. So advance basically means I'm paying you in advance, right? So for improving your account receivable situation immediately, what my customers have done is, they have also looked at the on account transactions. So they have gone here, and in the on account transactions, they keep a very sharp tab on this. Is they basically go down to this field and look into the bill type, and on the bill type they will choose on account, Now in this particular case I have chosen the on account and I have forgotten to choose what voucher type name it is. So I'll just go back here and look for all the receipt voucher type names. Right. So you see here I've got an against on account this, on account this, but look at receipt. Now this receipt amount, which is say this thing, can be adjusted against the overdue bills. So for example, you know, so for example, for this is my voucher type name, this is the bill ID. So this is the bill name. So based on this you can actually adjust the overdue amount. So for example here, if I look at it, and I look at voucher type name receipt, then I will identify this on account transaction for adjustment of my bills. With this I come down to the close of my session. Thank you very much for your time, and I've shown you how exactly to use your bill receivables history as well as the bill payable snapshot, and then improve your account receivable situation. Thanks a lot.